All right, Ellie. So you just mentioned you played with like a better golfer, an older guy, and then he was kind of giving you some tips out there. So one time I had this FBI agent, this lady, and each week she'd come in, we'd work on it, and then she'd come back and she wasn't doing what we talked about. And then she'd come in and then we'd work on it. And then eventually I was like, I don't get it, Julie. Last week your swing plane was correct. You come back in here, you're not doing the correct swing plane. Why? I just said, and she's like, well, I was like, what do you do like after the lesson? She's like, well, I go and I practice with my other coach. I'm like, what do you mean your other coach? She's like, my husband. I'm like, what do you mean your husband? He's your coach? I'm like, what's his handicap? She's like a 12. I'm like, I'm a +2. I'm like 14 shots better than he is. I'm like, don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He thinks he does. He's dangerous because he thinks he knows what he's talking about, but he's not a pro. So don't listen to him. Another story. This girl, I worked with Tatiana. I worked with her for 2 years. I took her from the high 90s all the way down to shooting 1 under par. And it was right before college scouting, right? And she was ready. She's ready, right? Suddenly I get a phone call. Everything's wrong. I'm like, what the heck? Emergency lesson. She comes in, right? Her swing was wrecked. Nothing that she was doing when she shot 1 under with me the week before was happening. I'm like, Tatiana, what happened? She's like, well, I was at my practice and one of the coaches there, he started to tell me what to do. And he was telling me I needed to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this and do that. And I'm like, Tatiana, I'm like, I'm your specialist. I'm a swing specialist. You you're supposed to be listening to only me. You're not supposed to be listening to anyone else's advice. And she's like, yeah, but he was very like like stern, and he told me I had to do it. And then the college scouts came, her game was wrecked, and the 2 years that we spent thrown away. Done. And so I tell all my lady students, okay, men in this game are terrible at this. Even a lot of husbands. And I've been on the course where I play with couples and the husband tries to say something to the lady. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, you have no business saying anything to her. You're like a 10 handicap. That's not good at all in the big picture. Like when you're talking about like a pro that shoots, like my last 5 rounds are 69, 68, 69, 71, and then 69 thing. But basically it's like, only listen to me. Okay. This is what I tell all the ladies. If anyone tries to offer you advice, tell them that your PGA pro told you to only listen to him and you're not allowed to listen to other people. Okay. You aren't allowed to. Okay. When you're working with me, that's the way it is. And you say, I really appreciate you offering me advice, but my coach, he's a specialist on the swing, and he told me to only listen to him. And so I'm going to do that. Okay. And they'll be like, oh yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. You should probably listen to him, Anyway, so this happens all the time where ladies get derailed in the game.